And namaste. Welcome once again to, of course, the great outdoors. We're here in our national local forest today called Harold Parker State Forest. And so we're going to explore today the soul of peace. And we're going to see if we can use some terms like peace is a place. Now, this would help us in our awareness, of course. And now let's use awareness in a different way. Let's spell it A-WHERE-NES. Awareness. Where are we right now? Are we in peace? Are we in the ego worrying? Are we leaning too far into the ego, trying to stave off or defend ourselves from life's problems and difficulties and the slings and arrows? Well, on the spiritual journey, we start to understand that that can be quite an uncomfortable place to be. So, today we're going to look at peace as a place, and we're going to just say for now that it's back here somewhere. So we have gone over this with the time-space continuum teachings. Melchizedek method goes very deeply into detail as we understand that before us, as we walk forward, we walk forth, is the third dimensional paradigm. And as we stop and have a pause and breathe a little deeper than we normally do, we can actually lean back and feel the air is different back here. Our angels and our guides will join us. And then Leoesh, that light comes from behind, the superluminal light, the fifth dimensional light. And it just wraps all around us for our pillar of light. And then we walk forth into our day, into our lives, into the supermarket, wherever we're going. And we're carrying this fifth dimensional light around us. And this is a great thing for everyone, because when we do that, everyone is going to be exposed, so to say, to this higher dimensional light. And it's like someone bringing in a lantern into a dark room. Now, light is light, and anyone that chooses so can connect with that light, that fifth dimensional light that we bring forth into any situation. And if others choose, they can use that light to help awaken the light within them. Like tuning forks of light and love walking around, helping us all to remember that beautiful vibration of peace, which is where the soul resides. So for now, let's just think for today's terms that our ego self is kind of out in front of us, leaning forward, and our soulful self is back here. So let's see what that means today. Namaste. Now, one of the ways in which we can start to experience this is by you being here with me as we go backwards. So as I'm walking backwards, you are joining me quantumly. And we're walking back. We're going right back into the depths of who we are. We're going back into the fifth dimension, because the time-space continuum, that tunnel of light that everybody reports seeing when they have a near-death experience, that's what we're talking about. But it's not a tunnel of death, it's a tunnel of life. There's no such thing as death. So when we go into that tunnel, which is also called the tunnel of remembrance, we remember who we are. We're living light. And we are housed, so to say, our souls are housed within these bodies, which is not what we are. We're not the body. We're the light inside operating the body. So let's see if we can also make that distinguishing kind of individuality, if you will, where we step into the body, which is like a creationaut's suit. And then we walk forth, but sometimes we need to walk backwards. So, as we're walking backwards, breathe a little deeper than you normally do. We're going inside where it's infinite. The outside are the only places that have spaces, so to say, because within us is infinite space. So let's go in now. We're going to try a couple of exercises to help us get the sensation of really moving back into the peaceful light, the soul of our higher selves and our masters, all right behind us, so to say. So, namaste. Let's try a few exercises. So, namaste, and thank you once again for joining me here this week in the forest. And we're going to also have our little crystal charging. And we were just given a message as to what kind of charging to do, because as I was walking here in the silence, this soulful silence, I all of a sudden got the feeling when I said to myself, boy, what a wonderful day of filming. I was all alone and wait a minute. And then I saw this. Thousands and thousands of friends. Can you see all these trees now as observers of us, watching us right now, sending our love? Well, that's exactly what we're going to charge our crystal with. Let's call it friendship energy from some of the most peaceful beings on the planet. So as I'm walking, hold your crystal too. You can hold it like this, or hold it in your lap, or your hands next to your heart. And right now, these trees are simply sending their friendship, love, their peaceful energy right to us in our wonderful little crystal. You can see our crystal here, the beautiful amethyst we have for this week. We hold it out and just absorb the peaceful energy, the wisdom of our tree friends. And so we can do this, and it's very, very simply done. So let's thank our crystals. Let's thank all of our friends. Not new friends, but sort of a new remembering of all our good old friends that are around us. So once again, let's say thank you to the Tao, to all these wonderful trees. These tree folk are all around us. Just, they're so happy and excited that we are waking up to them. Think about that. And that's what it's like. We start to wake up to all that is around us. And we start to really understand that everything has a soul. So thank you once again. Namaste. How about a big, massive tree hug for all these trees? Let's give a quantum hug to all the trees. Ready? A big, big quantum hug that includes thousands and thousands and thousands of trees. All right. And namaste. And we'll see you next time in Quantum on Zoom and in the One Soul and in peace. Namaste.